Wow, you know what the clue is to come up, don't you? Everybody was heading for the front before we'd even finished singing. How are you all today? Hi. When I was...
Dylan and Shannon brought a fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner. Oh, wow. Is that it there?
And I know how to make one.
You can make them?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you grab 3 wheels from a scooter and then, a skateboard, and then you grab a button piece to push, and then you grab some glue and then just glue all the wheels onto the button piece, and then your fidget spinner is done.
Where do you hold it? It must be big and heavy.
On the button.
On the button in the middle?
Yeah.
But it is pretty heavy, isn't it? Those are
No.
big wheels on it. It isn't?
No.
You got a little one there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just sit and watch you fidget. No way? Not today, eh? Okay. I got another. When I was going to come here, the thing I was most worried about was talking with you kids and always finding something, I hope, that's interesting to talk about, because
Fidget spinners.
fidget spinners you'd like to talk about. Well, we'll have to wait till after, because you have to teach me. I don't have any yet. That's a part of life that I'm just learning about, that you can make it out of skateboards. I was wondering what to do, but then I discovered Jim's library, and so I'm really happy because there's lots of good stories, and I found another good story that I want to...
You just said you can make fidget spinners out of plastic bottles.
No, out of bottle cap.
Out of bottle caps.
And cardboard.
Well, it sounds like we're going to have either a story about old turtle or about fidget spinners. So I've got the microphone. I'm going to try and... This is a story called Old Turtle.
And all he does is eat a bunch of fidget spinners.
Good for you. Okay, so this is the question. Who's going to win this conversation? Once, long, long ago, yet somehow not very long, when all the animals and rocks and winds and waters and trees and birds and fish and all the beings of the world could speak and could understand one another, there began an argument. It began softly at first, quiet as the first breeze that whispered, "He is a wind who is never still." Quiet as the stone that answered, "He is a great rock that never moves." Gentle as a mountain that rumbled, "God is a snowy peak high above the clouds."
No way.
And the fish in the ocean answered, "God is a swimmer in the dark blue depths of the sea." "No," said the star, "God is a twinkling and shining far, far away." "No," replied the ant, "God is a sound and a smell and a feeling who is very, very close." "God," insisted the antelope, "is a runner, swift and free, who loves to leap and race with the wind." "She's a great tree," murmured the willow, "a part of the world, always growing and always giving." "You are wrong," argued the island. "God is separate and apart. God is like the shining sun far above all things," added the blue sky. "No, God is a river who flows through the very heart of things," thundered the waterfall. "She is a hunter," roared the lion. "God is gentle," chirped the robin. "God is powerful," growled the bear. And the argument grew louder and louder and louder. Stop! A new voice spoke. It rumbled loudly like thunder, and it whispered softly like butterfly sneezes.
Or like frogs croaking.
Is that soft? If there's a frog that croaks near your bed, your room window at night, it isn't soft, is it?
Well, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Well, we'll have to think about that. The new voice seemed to come from
A turtle.
Old Turtle. Old Turtle hardly ever said anything, and certainly never argued about God. But now Old Turtle began to speak. God is indeed deep, she said to the fish in the sea, and much higher than high, she told the mountains. God is swift and free as the wind, and still and solid as a great rock, she said to the breezes and stones. God is the life of the world, Turtle said to the willow, always close, yet beyond the farthest twinkling light, she told the ant and the star. God is gentle and powerful, above all things and within all things. God is all that we dream of, and all that we seek, said Old Turtle, all that we come from and all that we can find. God is.
He's like a giant. Oh, turtle.
Yeah, that's right.
He looks like a little bit picture.
Old Turtle had never said so much before. All the beings of the world were surprised, and they became very quiet. But Old Turtle had one more thing to say. There will soon be a new family of beings in the world, she said, and they will be strange and wonderful. They will be reminders of all that God is.
Oh no.
They will come in many colors and shapes, with different faces and different ways of speaking. Their thoughts will soar to the stars, but their feet will walk the earth. They will possess many powers. They will be strong, yet tender. A message of love from God to the earth, and a prayer from the earth back to God. And who was this family? This new family that came? Humans. The people came, and look at them all.
The people of Earth.
The people of Earth, and they
Just like us.
were just like us, and some of them looked different than us, didn't they?
But some of us robots.
But the people forgot. They forgot that they were a message of love and a prayer from the earth. And they began to argue about who knew God and who did not, and where God was and where God was not, and whether God was or was not. And often the people misused their powers and hurt one another or killed one another. And they hurt the earth until finally even the forests began to die, and the rivers and the oceans and the plants and the animals and the earth itself, because the people could not remember who they were or where God was. Until one day there came a voice like the growling of thunder, but as soft as a butterfly sneezes. Whose voice was that?
The turtle.
No, Turtle's voice, that's right. And it said, "Please stop." The voice seemed to come from the mountains who rumbled. Sometimes I see God swimming in the dark blue depths of the sea. And from the ocean who sighed, He is often among the snow-capped peaks, reflecting the sun. And from the stone who said, I sometimes feel her breath as she blows by. And from the breeze who whispered, I feel his presence as I dance among the rocks. And the stars declared, God is very close. And the island added, her love touches everything. And after a long, lonesome, and scary time, the people listened and began to hear. And they began to see God in one another and in the beauty of the earth. And Old Turtle smiled. And so did God.
The end.
The end, that's right.